Hi, my name is Brian Balquist, and my company, Salamander Life Systems, uses wastewater surveillance to fight diseases in our agriculture. Every year, viral outbreaks cause hundreds of millions of dollars of damage to our agricultural industry and cause significant loss of animal life. Wastewater surveillance provides a solution to this problem. Using the same system that we use at the municipal level to test for COVID-19, we can monitor the presence and concentration of viruses in our animal wastewater and use that to make decisions about our herd management and herd health. Wastewater surveillance is in a unique position right now. There's significant demand from major agricultural players for new biosecurity technologies, and they have the deep pockets to make that happen. Additionally, there's minimal competition in the landscape. It's a very infant technology. The current few major players are all focusing on those municipal contracts. Additionally, they're also not looking at automation in the agriculture space. Currently, we have identified short and long-term paths to revenue. The majority of our initial revenue would come from capital system sales to major players and farmers, as well as recurring revenue from the sale of consumables, such as filters and chemical reagents. Longer term, we're looking to partner with veterinary pharmaceutical manufacturing companies to help develop herd-specific vaccines, as well as the sale of data on animal health to financial institutions for their trading activities, and possible further diversity into additional species and monitoring avenues in the agriculture space. Right now, we have conducted significant consumer research, and we are confident that the consumers demand a solution like we're providing to the problems they have. We're working on bench-scale prototyping right now, but what we need are team members with specialty backgrounds as well as additional funding to complete these prototypes before we can implement on our partner farms. I hope you'll join me and Salamander Life Systems in ushering in a new era of biosecurity. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Talk to me later about filtering swine manure back in a previous lifetime.
Perfect.
That's interesting. Question for you on the business model. You talk about the short-term and longer-term revenue.
Yes.
And are you looking at the data? Is it in the hands of the user, or is it something you connect to do the data
So
sale?
Current thought process is that the farm-specific data would be maintained by the user. A lot of farms, it's a very private industry, both economically and personally. A lot of people don't want people poking around their farms. That goes along with their data. We would likely work to retain the right to some more aggregate data, which still provides trends in, say, the commodity prices of pork or beef, but not necessarily saying, oh, this specific farm has an outbreak on this day, because a lot of farms, they're just not going to play that game if you're giving away that data like that.
I'll jump in with one more.
Yeah.
It's the size of the farm a consideration, or what's the cost going to be for a big farm?
So I've got here some market size data, right? The USDA alone has budgeted roughly $140 million to swine and biosecurity concerns. Looking at some of the largest players, right, we have 10 major pork producers in the US that kind of run the most of sow farms. And we're targeting the breeding sows because they're the most valuable animals. They're far more valuable than like the meat pigs. And so we're looking at farms that have thousands of pigs on them rather than tens or hundreds, because there simply is that much more money at stake. And an outbreak on a farm with 5,000 sows on it, it's going to cost you about $1 million.
When you think of the future of your company, do you see yourself running this forever, or are you looking to exit, and who to?
Yeah. So in the short to medium term, definitely would be something that would be run, with the initial team on board. But yes, the agriculture industry is very, very competitive. There are very large entrenched players, and it would likely make some of the most strategic sense to partner with some of those major agricultural technology companies, Cargill for one, other manufacturers, and then work within them as opposed to against them, because yes, it would be a concern that someone could come along and eat your lunch.
I don't have a question, but if you want to talk later, I might have some connections for you.
Perfect, thank you.